And there you go. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Coffee with HDR. Look at this new coffee mug. This is bought to me by, brought over and purchased for me by my good friend, a good friend Henry. Henry, thank you so much for the new mug. It's got the same decal on both sides. Uh, and it's a true coffee mug. Look how big that thing is. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody out there. And welcome back once again to another Coffee with HDR here. Uh, what a great start. Thanks, Harley 103. Nice way to get started this morning. And, just something a little different. If you check out my YouTube channel, you'll see that is my, uh, is it intro video or intro to the channel video? But it proves one thing. Thanks, a retired rider. I appreciate that. Touring Midwest. Yeah, you got to love a big cup of coffee. Huh? Let me go through some of these names here this morning. Let me scroll back up in my chat window here. I got some favors to ask of you guys today. So good morning, Andrew, Touring Midwest. Good morning, Road Glide Andy. Again, retired rider. Toby, good morning to you. Jeff, good morning to Chad. Had a great meet up there with Chad last Saturday. Him and his wife, Lisa. Amazing people. And really good. And I know we're going to ride together soon, Chad, very soon, because we live close, and that's what's nice about these kind of shows. We can meet each other. Good morning, Jeff Rice. HDAV Traveler, good morning to you, buddy, and thank you so much. Last week we were talking on the fireside chat, and you mentioned that somehow, some way, I perform some kind of therapy session on Saturday mornings for everybody. We have a cup of coffee, get to talk about motorcycles and just things in general. And I appreciate that. That really made me feel good that I am giving something back to the community. So good morning, Rocky J. Good morning, Henry, buddy. As again, thanks for the coffee cup. Good morning, Mike Bodine, Chuck, Anonymous Biker. Good morning, my friend. Glad to have you in there. Let's see who else we got in here this morning. Anonymous Biker, HD, Trichoholic. Good morning to you also. Karen, good morning and good afternoon from Ireland. Karen, if we come to Ireland, we may be looking you up as a tour guide. We were planning on going to Ireland last year for vacation. Yes, last year. And the whole world turned upside down on us, so we couldn't travel. But we do have plans. Myself and Mrs. HDR do have plans on making it to Ireland. And I know we wanted to rent a motorcycle for a couple days, and we'll see how that goes. But, the rest of the time we'll be riding in the car. Good point. Coffee time is surpassed only riding itself. Yes, you are so correct. HD AV said Ireland is great. Toby again, hello and welcome and good morning to you. Ireland would be an awesome place to ride. I think it'd be really cool. And the only thing I'm worried about is riding in the other lane. You know what? This hat is really. Henry said, "How come your hat's never crooked?" I said, "It's never straight." And I said, "I actually believe." There we go. That looks better. I actually believe that it's the camera's crooked, not my head. Maybe it is my head. I don't know. Still very uncomfortable, not able to sleep great, but hopefully the healing is beginning. Drew, and we are all praying for you, my friend. And man, we wish you all the best. I did comment, I hope you're going to check your P.O. box, Drew, just to let you know that. And I don't know where your P.O. box is. We have to go to our P.O. box every day because we don't have a mailman where we live because we're so far out in the country. So we go to the post office to pick up our mail every day. Good morning, Jim. Nice to see you in there. It is coffee time and time to chat about things. Good morning, Bob Nelson. Karen, sure thing. Hit me up. There is so much in the way of motorcycle rental over here, mostly only BMWs. As long as we can rent something that's two up, it doesn't matter the brand to me or the model. As long as myself and Miss HDR can ride together. Because as you've seen, some of you have seen there from the opener, and I'll play it again there midway through the show just to let you see it again. But we are definitely motorcycle people, myself and Mrs. HDR, and we like to get out on the bike and we travel pretty good distances on the motorcycle. So good morning, Bodine 52. Nice to have you in there. Bodine had a good video came out last night, and it's about practice, practice, practice. Practice makes perfect, and none of us really do it enough. I mean, and I commented back, and I'm guilty. Very occasional, and as a YouTuber, a lot of times you practice to do a video, and that's probably not the right thing to do. So the one person I see that practices a lot, Dusty in the Wind, good morning to you. The one person that practices a lot is Mike Killy 7. He has the two different style motorcycles now, way different styles, right? Sport bike and his beautiful wing that is his touring bike. So two different weight classes, two different riding styles. So he practices on both of those bikes. So Drew will be looking for your update video. That first one was really good, really depressing, but really, really heartfelt. Like I could feel you coming through that video and telling us everything you're going through. Just crazy how 1 second in your life can change months of planning of what you were thinking of doing. So good morning, Larry 68. Nice to have you on board here. So anyway, I see Colin's not in here this morning, but Bodine is. So here's my first question to everybody out there. So each week, if you watch the Fireside Chat with the Boys, we have to come up with questions. Now, I was working on these questions this morning because the Fireside Chat with the Boys is tonight. What? Tonight? You mean Saturday? Yes, Saturday. Are you sure? Yes, I'm positive. So it is tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it will be right here on my channel. We changed it because we want to give all you guys and girls out there time to spend with your families, for Mother's Day, and have a nice meal together and not have to, because I know you guys out there that watch the Fireside Chat. The three of us know that if it's between your wife and spending time with her for Mother's Day, or maybe even your mom, you'd be like, whoa, I got to take an hour out. I have to go watch the show because that show is really important. So we know that you don't want to miss it. So we moved it to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. What is tonight? Drew, the Fireside Chat with the Boys is tonight, Saturday, May the 8th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please mark your calendars. Put it on your phone right now as an alert, and or go over to YouTube and click on the set reminder and hit the little bell. It'll go ding, 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 ding. Fireside Chat's on. Oh, my God. The world's going to stop because you got to come watch us. So anyway, can somebody send me a reminder tonight? Bodine, you're right. We probably need it. And it's funny. We've done that a couple times. We've moved the show. Good morning. What was his name? Zedhead. Good morning to you. Glad to have you on board here. Steve, good morning. Ozarks, hello. So anyway, so we're moving that show, and we've only done it a few times. But what's funny is we'll call each other Sunday and be like, "What are you doing?" Oh, watching TV. What are you doing? Oh, I don't know, washing my wife's feet. What are you doing? Combing my wife's hairs. I don't know, some weird stuff we do. But when you don't have a show on a Sunday, it feels like your Sunday is just different, right? We prepare, pretty much through the week for these shows. Anyway, the question I have for you guys today needs to be on Sunday. Moms don't matter. I like Doug. Doug says moms don't matter. Doug, and I seen a thing. There was something on Facebook the other day. I can't remember who posted it. One of the friends of mine. It said Mother's Day, right? There was flowers. There was wine glasses. There was a beautiful candlelit dinner. Then it showed Father's Day, and it showed a TV dinner with an old Salisbury steak in there and old mashed potatoes. That's about right. Father's Day is like, whoop. Mother's Day is like, oh my God, But they do give the miracle of birth, and I think that's wonderful. We went, and there's a lot of these people that last night we went to and I don't know if you guys have been to these or not. It's called a gender reveal. So the pregnant people don't want to know what the baby is until they have this gender reveal. Then they're supposedly supposed to find out when you do. What are they having? A boy or a girl? And we walked in with our sweatshirts on. Well, most people there they watch my YouTube channel. Oh man, those shirts are super cool. Can we get one of those? And I said, yeah, they're on the store. My merchandise store. They're over there. And I said, and we give all that money to charity, so it's a win-win for you. So, but they're like, oh, those HDR shirts are so cool because we had our sweatshirts on. So it was really neat to do that. But have you guys ever been to a gender reveal? I mean, that's something nowadays. My daughter had one a year ago. My grandson just turned a year yesterday. So she had one, quite a while ago. But she was like, you cut the cake, and if it's blue icing inside, it's a boy. If it's pink, it's a girl. If it's a blue pink, we don't know what it is, and it don't know what it will be one day. Uh, I'm sorry, I had to throw it out there. Anyway, so they go down, like HDR is getting questions for the live chat. It is a surprise. So, so anyway, we go to this gender reveal, and it was, they went down, they set off these cannons, boom, and it blows out blue confetti. Yay, it's going to be a boy. So now we know they're going to have a boy. So, and what does the parents say? I was hoping for a girl. Man, I really want a girl. But have you guys ever been to one of those, or am I just kind of weird? I don't know. It was a party. I went to the party. We drank beer, and we got to watch these cannons shut off. So, Rogue Lighting, we'll see Rogue Lighting. They kids don't want this today. The new parents of society don't want the doctor. They make them put it in an envelope and they give it to a family member. And that family member gets to settle the stuff up, buy a cake or cannons or smoke. My daughter came over with her boyfriend at the time or whatever. And they came over and they set off smoke cannons, and I took pictures. It was blue smoke and there's smoke all over the place. And, but people are just I don't know. It's all blown out of proportion. Toby said, my brother did a gender reveal last year for his first baby, and the doctor told them the wrong gender. That is awesome. And I always thought that would be so cool, Hey, sometimes when the baby's in the womb in there, I mean, things can fall off. It can change, right? Maybe it looked like a boy yesterday because there was a thumb stuck up, like maybe his little thumb was stuck down there or something, like he was laying tight. Then they're reporting it's a girl. That's awesome. But wouldn't that be a shocker? Because some people spend a lot of money. They spend money on, now we gotta get all blue stuff for the room and everything. And, it's kind of sexist, really. But if you think about it, to me, there's no colors in life. I mean, in my wedding, Mrs. HDR, in our wedding, had myself, my son, my best man, and the groomsmen. We all wore pink ties because real men can wear pink. So we did wear pink ties. So good morning, Tennessee Wingman, Salty and Sprinkles. Hey guys, good to have you in there this morning. My Indian friends. No, they're not Indians. They ride Indian motorcycles. Yeah, good old American still. Judy, good morning to you. Touring Midwest. Okay. Yeah, so Salty and Sprinkles they do ride a lot and they do eat a lot. Why is that? Why is motorcycle riding the same thing? Motorcycles always seem to ride to eating places. If you watch Bronco Ride's new video he posted yesterday, it was that deal. He met it with a bunch of friends and they rode. And I got on him, guys, because I say things, I don't mean anything bad about it, but he's like, yeah, we went to this brewery, man. They had some awesome food. We didn't partake in any of the beverages. I was like, dude, you're at a brewery. You have to have a beer. That, to me, that's insulting. If you go to the brewery and you don't have one of their brews that they made, I mean, come on. He did say the food was good. That was nice. But I said, it's kind of like going to an ice cream place and going, hey, I like to have a pop. You're going to an ice cream place. You need to have a ice cream cone, Oh, well. Does anyone have YouTube TV? No, I do not have YouTube TV. We tried Hulu TV, which was very good. You get all the live channels on Hulu. And it was at the time $45 a month. Well, then we got a thing on my birthday. It said, we're going to raise this package to $65 a month. And I emailed back. I said, good, I canceled my subscription. TV is not that valuable to me. Not when all you guys are producing amazing YouTube content. I don't need television anymore. I just watch you guys. You guys are the stars, right? So anyhow, so I could eat. Just going through some of the chat room here. So now the one thing I can tell you about the YouTube Premium TV, I talked to somebody about this the other day. We were discussing it. Maybe it was on the Fireside Chat. Was if you buy the premium package, so you don't get all those commercials, because these commercial guys are getting out of hand. I mean, some of the shows I watch could be 15-minute video, and there is 6 commercials inside of it. So you get 2 minutes of talking, commercial. You can skip this in 5 seconds. 2 minutes talking, commercial. So what I started doing was going into my mid-roll commercials and taking them all out until the very last one. And I've seen my watch time go way up. People are almost watching my whole video now. So I think that's what people are doing. They're getting to that first commercial. They're going to click. They click off. They leave you a comment. Man, it was nice to see you out riding today. Boom. They go to the next video. So be careful of your inline commercials. Just be careful of those. You don't want too many of those. Wow, you said pop. I haven't heard that in a while. Yeah, I know a lot of states call pop soda. Can I have a soda? In Pennsylvania, we've always referred to it as pop. Some people refer to soda as pop or as Coca-Cola. I want a Coke. It doesn't matter what restaurant you're in. They don't even have to serve Coke. I want a Coke because they believe some people call it a soft drink. I don't know. It's weird. All different kind of things like that. So, yeah. So I am very used to hearing it. Just don't hear it often. I grew up calling it Grandpa, pop, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, etc., soda. Yes. So Toby, exactly the same here. Same kind of deal here. But what kind of Coke you want? Dr. Pepper, please. Salty. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. What kind of Coke? You want Coke? You want cherry Coke? You want vanilla Coke? You want Coke Zero? You want Diet Coke? You want... Holy crap. Just give me a Coke. Coca-Cola. Then remember they came out with the Coke Original. The heck is that? Coke Original? So you get Coke Original, and that's kind of funny because isn't Coca-Cola the original recipe? Oh, no, it's not. It's different. Okay. So why change a good thing? Right. Anyway, so all you folks today, there's 35 of you in here right now. A lot of you I know watch the Fireside Chat with the boys. I'm the host this week. It's my job to come up with questions. Now I have the questions for myself and or for all of us, and I have the questions already because Bodine's not going to see these. So when you type these, type in it minus Bodine so he can't see what you're sending me, or sends the private message. Yeah, send private to me. That's the way you're going to do it. So I need rapid fire questions. Anything you want to ask us and the guest this week. The guest this week is Switching Gears Garage. Switching Gears is a great guy. I've known him ever since he started. I talked to him Wednesday night, probably for about an hour. We do like a pre-check, and I talked to him for about an hour or so, and found out a lot about the guy. And he started doing YouTube from watching my videos and Bodine videos. So he was watching those two channels, and he started really enjoying the stuff that we were doing. And he told his wife he thinks he can do something like that. So now he's producing stuff. So anyway, anything you want to ask on the Fireside Chat, I'd like to get your input here. So for the rapid fire questions, I hate it when I ask, can I get a Diet Coke? And the waitress says, is Pepsi okay? No, Pepsi is never okay. We have a Chinese restaurant here, and that's what she'll say. She goes, oh, is Pepsi okay? It's like, oh, what the hell is Pepsi? Oh, Pepsi. I don't know what Pepsi is. And my wife will elbow me. She'll be like, Pepsi, you dumbass, shut up. Like, I know. It's funny because they say Pepsi, like Pesi, Pepsi. Remember the Pez candies? That's what it sounds like. Like, no, I don't want no candy. I would like a Coca-Cola, please. But they don't serve Coke there, so that's kind of funny. Um, but anyway, so you have what I'm asking for. Jamon asked, "Are you making money on YouTube?" Um, well, yeah, pretty small fortune. Um, I was just looking at buying a Tesla. Just kidding you. You do, honestly, you make money on YouTube, but I don't do YouTube to make money. Okay, does that make sense? I don't set out to find ways to make more money on YouTube. That's just not me. I have a full-time job. We were talking to some people the other night about that. And my channel is never going to be 500,000 subscribers. I'm never going to have, I'm never going to have 1 million views on a video and get a check for $5,000. We watch Itchy Boots, and Itchy Boots is amazing. All she does, she lives on the motorcycle. She travels on a motorcycle. She's making $18,000 a month. And that equals out, I think I figured out it's $196,000 a year on YouTube. So that's all she does, right? That's all she does. But her videos are not moto vlogs. Her videos are touring and visiting places, and she has knowledge of things. Like right now, she's in Africa, and she talks about like the African country, mountaintops. She rides on dirt roads. So it's not just like what most of us do is ride around. Hey guys, it's Jack, and I'm out here riding today on my Harley Davidson motorcycle, and I'm going to talk to you about the birds. There's a lot of birds in the tree today, and so those videos you'll never have 500,000 subscribers. It's just not going to happen. So I don't make a living on YouTube. Do I make gas money on YouTube? And I tell people that I make enough each month for at least a tank of gas on the motorcycle, which I'm honored and I'm thrilled. And I love that aspect of it. So, and it's all, it's everybody out there when somebody watches your video or something, and that's why I'm rolling those commercials back. Cause I don't want to become a millionaire off of YouTube. It's just not going to happen anyway. So I hope that answered your question. I know it was a little long winded, but I think it's something that kind of bothers me. And that's one thing we ask everybody on the Fireside Chat is we talk to them and ask them, why did you start a channel? What is your hopes for your channel? And I hope that their response is, I started the channel because I wanted a hobby, and I continue to do the channel because of the community that we build around this. We all may never meet each other, but we are all a tight-knit community. We would help one another out, So I wanted to I was going to drive to Touring Midwest house last week. I told Miss HR, and I was going to buy him a new washing machine, just knock on the door and show with it on the dolly, because he was saying something in this video about the washing machine was making noise. And I thought, wouldn't that just be a treat if I knocked on the door and be like, hey, guy, how's it going, man? I brought you a washing machine, so you can do your laundry. So, yeah. And Mike, you're right. Itchy Boots is more of a documentary, but very good videos. They're very, very, very good. I did ask Bob a few weeks ago. We were talking when sometimes we'll watch these videos together. And I asked, does she have a camera crew with her? Because some of the drone footage, he goes, no, the drone will fly and you put a thing on it, flies with you. I was like, well, that's freaking amazing. I wish I could do that. That would be neat. Real glad Andy said, I think the commercials are out of control. One at the beginning, and that's it. Yeah. And, make the beginning video a clickable video. And believe me, guys, I've played with it. I've played with them all. I put non-clickable videos on mine, and you do see an increase in your income, okay? Because you can't click out of that video. So I make you watch the whole thing, and they pay me 13 cents instead of 10 cents if you click off the video. It might be it's actually like 0.005 cents or 0.009 cents. So however their money works out. So yeah, they do get out of control. I'm donating the money I make towards our fundraiser efforts. PSE and Salty, man, I'm glad to hear you say that you're donating the money. And I've talked to a lot of YouTubers. I said, look, whatever you make, just give it away. Like I said, I use it for gas money because then it allows me to create more content, if that makes sense. So, I mean, not that I'm struggling. I did start a HDR store because people are asking for merchandise and merch. And Miss HR said, "Well, why do you want to take the time and do that? We don't need to make that money." And I set everything low enough to it's like $2 profit on each item, so it's really nothing. I said, "Well, what we'll do with that money is we'll take it and we'll donate that to a charity." So, and we were talking about the Forgotten Angels that they're working with in Florida. I watched those videos and I just fell in love with that whole concept. So it does feel good to pay it forward. You're right, Henry. It always feels good to pay it forward, and that's always a good thing. So Southern Rider says he is rebuilding a channel maybe. Our event is June 6th. We are going to be doing it throughout the year. Hopefully, more dogs throughout the year. I don't even know what event is that. Salty, did I see your event? I might have missed the video. My $50 product on each items are not selling now. Yeah, and we all use every YouTuber uses a thing called Teesprings. So if you want to sell anything, it's a nice place to go. And I talked to Bob about this when we were setting our stores up, that they charge so much, but the trade-off is really they handle the shipping, they handle the boxing of the merchandise, the making of the merchandise. So all you got to do is put your name on the store and you're just making a sale. So yeah, they do charge a little more, but I think that's fair for what they're doing. But the profit margin, they usually want you to charge 25 to 35 to 50% profit is what they're looking, because if they sell for $8, you should sell for 16. What I've been doing, if they sell a cup for $8, I sell it for 10. So I'd rather you guys have a handy dandy, and I don't have one on me today, but an HDR mug, right? Have HDR coffee with me in the morning, than to make $9 off of something. So yeah, you're right. Tori Midwest says that no inventory is the best part. You don't have to keep anything. I did T-shirts before in the past, and I had them printed off and sent to me, and I laid out, I don't know what it was, like $300 and some dollars, and ended up giving them all away. They just, I don't know, it don't sell, so you're better off just to have somebody else do it. So there you go. Salty says, I have a Harley tumbler. It leaks. Go figure. Well, the reason I made those tumblers leak on purpose, because I'm trying to cut down on people's drinking. Okay. So if you're putting a mixed drink in there or whiskey or something, it should leak a little bit. So I'm just putting that out there. I'm surprised I've been watching this. Nobody has any questions for the fireside chat. Do we do that well of a job that you guys like, man, they ask everything they need to ask, man. They keep us entertained for an hour. I don't think I want to ask anything different than what they ask, man, because they are so good at those questions. Whew. I mean, I'll come out with them today. I'm sure I'll come out with about 20 of them for the rapid fire. So Southern Riders looking into non-profit paperwork now. Yeah, that's a big thing too. 80 is it 802C? 802C, I think is or 801C, one of those numbers to be a nonprofit, at least in Pennsylvania. I don't know if it's the same across the everywhere, but morning from Hocking Hills. Be the Rider PA and his wife are out camping. He sent me a message yesterday, so it was a little cold when they woke up. It was about 46 degrees. So welcome, Be the Rider PA. Yeah, 501C, Toby. Yeah, I knew it was something, B or C. And I worked a lot with fire departments for years, and we had to file that paperwork all the time and keep up on our 501C. I also worked for some non-profit schools that ran solely on, donations or whatever to run the schools. So last week, my son asked me why I haven't been on the fireside chat. Yeah, Dusty. So that's a good question from your son. Why have you not been on the? Oh, you mean on the fireside chat as a guest? Let's see. Bodine says we should give Bodine questions, right? No, you should not give Bodine questions. Don't give Bodine any questions. Just directly message them to me. Okay, send them to me, direct message. If you want to do it after the show, send them to me on direct message on Instagram. I'll check that after the show. We need something fresh, and I just thought it'd be nice, since we're doing this fireside chat in the morning, since we're doing coffee with HDR in the morning with you guys, and I'm sitting here, thought, man, it'd be nice if some of you can come up with some cool questions. So But anyway, who knows, right? All right, we're a half hour in, and a lot of you didn't see the little intro I played before, so I'm going to show this to you now. Just a little clip here. So enjoy this. Hold on. All right, I just wanted to play that for everybody in here. And I had 3 people leave. They must have been like, oh, screw that HDR, man. I don't want to see his crap. Oh, shoot, man. Why is he playing that loud music? Yeah, 3 people left. What? Where'd you go? Nah, it might have been some people going out to ride. So, Judy, thank you very much. I do have a question out of that one. Be the Rider PA's question is cold morning. So maybe that would be one of my rapid fire questions. Have you ever ridden in a cold morning? Ozarks, thank you very much for that. We appreciate that. Viper 6 said it's snowing there, and I think Viper 6 is in Canada. Bodine, thank you very much. I appreciate that. That actual intro is on my YouTube channel, and a lot of you guys, and I know I don't go to all of your YouTube channels, right? We get a push notification in our subscriptions, and I watch your video, but I don't go to your channel. But if a new person goes to my channel, they get to see that video clip every time you visit the channel. And what I was trying to do with that is just obviously show that we used to, we used to fly everywhere. We used to take cruises, and when we bought a motorcycle, we've been motorcycle vacationers now. So, Harley Rider, you need to get some Just for Men. I do have Just for Men, and Mrs. HDR loves my beard to be gray. She really likes it to be gray. My grandson was mad because I shaved everything off because he said I was looking like Santa. So I wasn't really sure. Was he talking about my beard or how fat that I'm getting? Because my belly, he looks at my belly, he goes, Santa. Yeah, I don't think he was looking at my beard. Well, let's see here. You lost five subs after your last update video. Touring Midwest, that is horribly awful, my friend. It's like you're pouring your heart out. It's like, well, he's not riding this summer. I'm not subbing him anymore. Click. Guys, I have never unsubbed anybody. Ever unsubbed. Because if their video comes up and they don't want to watch it, then don't. If they don't produce any more videos for a while, then just stay sub because they're going to bring something out important. And just stay sub to them. So thanks, Midwest. Drew, you liked the trailer video there. So yeah, it's just, and it proves that myself and Mrs. HDR now, and she doesn't like to admit it, but we are motorcycle people. We like to travel on the bike and like to take the bike out. And we're going to do some more camping this year also. Yeah, HD, and I told her too, we haven't traveled by plane. We have not traveled by plane for, oh man, quite a few years. I mean, and I just told her last night that we got to book a cruise for 2022 because I love being on a cruise ship. If you've never done it, I would highly suggest it. But they take care of everything you want. Like if you're going on an excursion and you're leaving the cruise ship, you can actually put an order in where you say, hey, I'd like to have a couple of apples, maybe a few bananas. Stick those in your backpack, before you leave the ship, and just have something to munch on in case you can't find any food or maybe you get a little hungry. Heck, they'll even bring you like beverages you can throw in your backpack, ice if you need it. So they do really take care of you. So a 501(c) is nonprofit. For 501(c)(4) is a not for profit. A non-profit operate under the. What is the difference between a not-for-profit and a non-profit? Huh, that's interesting. Toby says a shout out to all those military moms out there. Many times they are doing both roles. Yes, you are so correct. You are so correct. I was in the military with a lot of military moms, and it's hard. It's hard, and they leave their kids, behind. A lot of times they leave them with dad or with grandparents, and they get deployed. I mean that happens, right? That's part of being in the military. It's part of your job. Um, so yeah, I was trying to see what Tennessee Wingman said there would be the difference between not for profit. Um, and I've worked planes, trains, and automobiles. You're right, my friend. Best way to travel. But yeah, so and I can go into a lot of not for profits because I worked for a lot of them. My only problem with some of those, they are very top heavy. When you have a director of a nonprofit and they're pulling down $250,000-$300,000 a year in pay, are they really there for the people that they're trying to serve, or are they serving themselves? So now what we would get into though a lot of times is the CEO would say, well, I can go be the CEO for Harley Davidson and I can make $2.5 million a year. And I said, yeah, but I don't think they're calling you. I don't think they have your resume. So I mean, I'm just kind of a realist. But so anyway, somebody asked me, American Nomad, is the Pan America in your future? You guys know that myself and Henry went last Saturday out to a Harley Davidson demo ride event. They sent us down an invitation. It was a truck, it was at a local dealer that we go to, and said, come out, ride all the motorcycles. So it's like, yeah, why not? If you ever have a demo event in your area and you don't take a day off of work even to go do it, something's wrong with you. Unless you hate Harley, which is fine. Anyway, so let me the heck is straightening your hat, straighten your chair. It looks like you're tipping over. I am not tipping. That's my camera. There you go, guys. Look, I'll sit straight up. Good morning, Vietnam. Remember that movie? There, is that better? I'm sitting straight up. Sorry, I got bad posture. Let's try to change the camera. Hold on. Let's see what happens here. Check this out. Let's go with another camera. How about that camera? A little blurry, though. It's not as good. It's a 720p. I like the 1080p. Everybody see my helmet thing on the wall back here? Look, up there. That's where all my helmets hang. Yeah, so they're all on the floor right now because I've been wearing them. So the 10C, I'm going to bring this up real quick. 10C are like all the big corporations, and the C4 is like the Goldwing Association for have public education programs, like the rider education and motor awareness. I have never really figured it out. But yeah, so that's part of it is what I've seen at nonprofits. But so anyway, so let's get back to the other camera because this camera is horrible. Let's get back to this camera. I'll try to sit up straight. So wear the cap like this, right? Yeah, man, I ride a Harley Davidson. Just my helmet right here. Just the helmet I like to wear the most. Hey, anyway, so let's get back into that. Will I buy? Is the Pan America in my future? You guys seen the video? I did take it for a demo ride. Also, check out my blog. I did a nice write-up on it. And that is at harleydayrider.com. harleydayrider.com. And please sign up on that blog because when I do post stuff in there, and I use that a lot, I'm trying to move a little bit away from Facebook because of all of their craziness they're trying to pull now with everybody, digging into your personal lives and stuff. So, but I have a personal blog that's harleydayrider.com that I'll be using to post like travel stuff on there, write-ups on bikes, my thoughts about different things. So sign up on there. I'll never, ever, ever, ever give anybody your email address. I know you sign with an email. People's like, you're going to sell your email list. I would never do that. I'm just in there to bring you information. So check that out. So I personally was not a fan of the Pan America. So, and maybe I'll lose subscribers for that. I don't know, but uh, I don't think I'm not a Harley Davidson guy where, oh my God, Harley can't. What? Harley brought out a moped. It's a 60cc. Holy cow. I got to buy one because it's a Harley Davidson. I don't do that. Harley has many bikes that I don't like. I test rode the Softail Standard. It's one of their new motorcycles. It's $11,000 brand new, and it vibrated so bad it about threw me off the bike. I don't know what they did to the engine. I don't know why it's so unbalanced, but I personally didn't like it, and I was hoping I did because I wanted to buy one. I do like the bike, the Street Bob. The Street Bob is an amazing ride. It's got your feet more in a forward position, and it's just very, very comfortable ride. So I do like that. Um, so the dealers don't want you to put miles on their new bikes. They finally figured out that they sell more bikes by allowing demos. We have a couple different dealers here. A couple different dealers around us. Let me think. Everything is for sale, Jack. The price is right. I might sell your email address. Oh, thanks, Tori Midwest. Well, now, and you got I think you have my phone number. Oh man, that's where all those robocalls are coming from. But so anyway, the only thing I found out with the Pan America, if you're 6 foot or 6'5", you're going to be comfortable. I'm 5'11". I had a hard time getting on the motorcycle. You got it, and I'm pretty limber, but you got to stretch your leg. I almost pulled my groin getting on. Once you get on, you turn the switch on, and this is on the Pan America Special. You turn the switch on, the bike goes, shh. Well, they should have told everybody it lowers a little bit when you turn the switch on, because then turn the switch on, then get on the bike, so it will lower. And then when you hit the throttle, it goes, shh, and it picks you up the other 2 inches. So it's pretty cool how that works. But it just was not for me. HDR, if you lose for not liking a particular bike, then the person is arguably not a biker. Thanks, Toby, and you are right. I learned a long time ago. You guys know I do a lot of demos. If you go back through my videos, I have tons of demo videos in there from different bikes I've ridden. What I have found over the years is I don't give you the technical jargon of the motorcycle. Like, yeah, well, it's a 1250cc engine. It puts out 78 horsepower under strain of the sport mode. Then there's the rain mode. Then there's this mode. I just tell you if I like riding it or not. I found the seat to be very uncomfortable. A lot of people commented back on my comments and said we found the seat to be very comfortable. So that's a personal thing. I found the handlebars to be too low. I told Bronco Ride this, and a lot of you know that Bronco Ride is buying one. He already ordered it. He told me that he ordered risers already. You have to raise the handlebars up because you're lying over that gas tank. So some people say the pegs are too far back. I say the pegs are just fine. They felt really good to me. So there's good and bad of that motorcycle. Does it run? It runs like a bat out of hell. It's a beautiful running motorcycle. Does it feel like a Harley Davidson? Absolutely not. And I put that on and you guys tell me, because you guys know me pretty well. Everybody in here has been following along with us for a pretty long time. The turn signals left and right was on the left side of the handlebars. I put on my comments that the turn signals are built like a metric bike. Somebody in my comments like bitched me out because don't ever say metric bike. Say Honda, Yamaha, Kawasaki, Suzuki. Dude, those are metric bikes. All that means is they have a lot of metric bolts on them. That's all that means. It's not like I'm not saying that it's like a racial thing or, I don't know. It's like people put comments sometimes on videos and you're like, what the hell? But people pick up on the words you say. So next time I ride, I'll be like, well, this turn signal over here is like a Yamaha, Kawasaki, Suzuki, Honda, anything not made in America. Yep, that's what this turn signal is like, And I've heard some people call it some very racial slurs, very, towards other people that live in other countries, and they use different words that I don't use. And it's a word that people use. It's not like a bad word to describe that kind of bike, but it's a metric. It's a metric bike, right? Thanks, Viper 6. Metric bike is a proper terminology. Don't let snowflakes persuade you. God, that is amazing. Road Glide Andy said, yes, it is a metric bike. I've been riding motorcycles for years. I've owned metric bikes. There's nothing derogatory about that statement. So I was just describing it. And Bodine said he's offended because I'm offended. I read these comments and I'm like, oh, Jesus, really? You cannot say anything anymore. Well, if you can't call it a metric bike. So what do they call them? If you're overseas, say if I'm in Europe and I go, well, I'm riding one of them damn American bikes again. That's a Harley Davidson or an Indian damn American bikes. So, and even Indian has their turn signals the same way. They build them like a metric. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but the Pan America didn't feel like a Harley Davidson motorcycle. And somebody, I showed a picture the other day and they said, wow, did BMW build that engine for them? Because it looks like it resembles a BMW, I think, right? And so I don't know who built that bike for Harley Davidson or if they're manufacturing that in York. I don't know. But I plan on going to York this summer and finding out. I'm going back up for a still boot tour. So I'm going to go up there and take a tour and dig deep into Harley Davidson and find out exactly where this bike is coming from. Touring Midwest said, unsub for saying metric. Thanks, brother. When did we as humans become so damn sensitive? We talked about that at school yesterday. I talked about that with one of the other teachers. Everything, you got to watch how you say it nowadays, and because you don't want to offend somebody, and you got to be careful because everybody's so sensitive. We're all really, really living in the world of Oz. No, you're not. You're living in the freaking USA. Shit happens, right? That's the way it goes. That's true. Shit happens. And that's just life, man. And you can't sugarcoat everything. Remember before we talked about this at the gender reveal party last night, which was really, that just still blows my mind. We're going to tell you the gender of our baby. I don't care. I don't care. I mean, as long as the baby's healthy. And I told my daughter that too. She's like, Dad, you coming to the gender reveal party? Now, this was a year ago. My grandson's a year old. My first grandson's 5. I don't remember them having a gender reveal party. My son just called and said, Dad, we're having a boy. Good for you, son. I'm the kind of guy that when they're born, I want to see 10 fingers, 10 toes, and be healthy, breathing, and having a good life. That's what I want to see. I don't care if it's a boy or a girl. So, but yeah, the whole thing. But I grew up at a time when, and we talked about this last night, I grew up at a time when there was winners and losers, right? I'd play baseball and man, you'd lose that big game and come off and you'd whine a little bit to your dad, man, we lost the game. And my dad would grab me by the back of the shirt and turn me around and say, boy, if you cry over this, I'm going to knock you out. But Dad, no, you lost. Okay. You weren't good enough. You lost. Next time, be better, right? The team needs to be better. And that's what we need to tell people. You need to be better, right? If you suck and you're a suck ass and you don't know how to do stuff, then you need to be a loser. And there's losers in the world, and that's okay. There's winners and losers, right? So I don't know, but that's just, I hate to go off on a tangent about that stuff, but if you're 45 years old and you're living in your mother's basement playing video games, you're a loser. I'm just saying, if you're in your mother's basement, you've never been married, you've never been out of the house, you've never had a job, you've never owned a car, you don't even know what a motorcycle looks like, you probably don't even have a driver's license. Kind of a loser. If you're working at Sheetz or Wawa, you have a 1985 beater car, you have 3 kids at home that you're feeding on that wage. Let's think what else here. You take them out to a really nice dinner once a week to McDonald's. At Christmas time, you use the layaway program so you can buy your kids really nice Christmas gifts. Guess what, damn it? You're a winner. You are a winner in my book. So you don't have to have $400,000 in the bank to be the winner. you have to be able to sustain life and take care of your stuff, right? That's a winner. But today, what's today's world? We got 14 losers out there. Let's send them a check. Let's give them $2,500 a month for doing jack shit. I say take that money, and I'm not political. Take whatever money the government's giving and give it to the person working at Wawa and Sheetz and say, look, we know you're making $200 a week and you're busting your ass. Here's another $1,000 because you're trying to do it. So that is my political message for the day. Anyway, losing is supposed to make you try harder. Sometimes, Judy, losing makes people lose more. I used to work on the ambulance, and man, I tell you what, man, we've seen a lot of crap out there. So I'm not disagreeing with you. We need to learn how to lose because life is not perfect. It's not always the plan. You're right, Karen. Karen from Ireland. She's not even in the U.S., so Ireland must have this same kind of problem. I think it's a global problem. This global thing about everybody needs to be a winner. No, you need to have losers. How can you have balance in life, right? So, but somebody did say that. And I feel very pleased that Judy said that losing is supposed to make you try harder. I've lost a lot in my life, folks. I've been down. I've been not really so-called out in the gutters, living in the streets, but I feel bad for people that are homeless. Why in the United States of America should that word even exist? Here's another two words should never be together. Homeless vet. Somebody serves your country. Damn it, buy them a house. The government gives you a house because you served, and all expense paid. I don't care. Give them a house. They serve the country. They protect our butts so we can sleep safely at night. So, just saying, guys. Just saying. So Henry says now maybe he'll bring me over a participation trophy today. Thanks, Henry. He's a secret Sheetz lover, Steve. But anyway, so that's just kind of my political message. I'm sorry that I went off on that, but you see, I'm very passionate about that. And I think that's where myself and Mrs. HR looks and sees, how can you give back? And that's what Henry said, give back, and we talked about that a few weeks ago, to me, when you, and Bodine said I was a pretty good financial advisor for this one. So when you die, your bank account should be balanced zero. You should have nothing. You don't leave $400,000 in the bank, some kind of damn legacy. You end at zero, right? That to me, that's the goal. That's the goal of life, trying to end at zero. So, had to feed your dogs, Toby. Did you already plug the World Poker Run? Yeah, so there is a World Poker Run coming up. If you want to get in on that, we had the Badgers on the Fireside Chat last week, and it proved to me just how minuscule. These people wake up every day and think, man, how can we raise money for somebody? Man, and they like 3 a.m, honey, what? We have to wake up. We have to get up right now. We got to write a plan so we can give money back to some charity. And that's what they do for a living. So that's cool as hell. So they're in the Worldwide Poker Run. You can check them out at worldwidepokerrun.com. They did start a website this week, so it is available. VAM21 is Toby, the guys, and Mr. G 1965. If you have not met Mr. G 1965, then you may just be a loser, because this is one of the greatest American men I have ever got to talk to. He doesn't want for anything. He has everything he wants in life, and he rides his bike with a dog collar around his neck and his phone stuck in there recording motive logs. This guy is a very happy man, and he's just a giver. My father-in-law once told us that one day. He said, there's givers and there's takers. He said, the takers will take every single time. The givers may take something if they need it, but they always find a way to give it back. Mr. G 1965 is a giver. So again, tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right back here on the channel. Thanks for all the questions that you guys gave me. I got one. Thank you very much, Judy. I do have that one down. Jack, we can have great conversation around the campfire. Seems like we are going to be on the same page about the same things. Touring Midwest, Drew, and I know that just by talking to you a little bit back and forth. And we got to get each other's phone number. I'm sure we can talk to the evening. Maybe give you somebody to talk to, my friend, and we can beat some of this around, man. We'll both grab a beer and we'll just talk on the phone, And we will camp together soon. We will. You will get better. You will get stronger, and we will go camping. I already told Miss HDR I'm heading your way. And I said, we're meeting in the middle. We're taking our camping gear. So, but she goes, just the guys? And I said, yeah, damn it, it's going to be just the men. You know what I mean? Just the men folk. So, Saturday night is hockey night. Steve, there will be more hockey nights than Saturday nights. Hockey is not. Put the radio on, listen to it, see if your team's winning, but you got to watch the fireside chat with the boys. It's a little bit more important than hockey. And you know what, Steve? We're always winners. So watching hockey, you're going to have a winning and losing team. At least you know when you watch us, you're going to be a winner. So you did send Toby. You sent me some. Thank you so much, buddy. I'll check those on Instagram right after the show here so I can write them up. Thanks for not letting Bodine see those. HDR, you need to go fishing. I need to get the boat uncovered first and get that all ready to go. But I do need to go fishing. I just wish it get a little bit warmer. So that's for sure. It's just been so cold here in Pennsylvania. Just, and even the motorcycle, I'm glad I filled it up. The last time I had a lot, I filled the tank up. And sometimes I put away half a tank in the summertime. But it's been so cold. I've been worried about the tank rusting, getting moisture in there. It's pretty bad. It's May, and we're still putting the battery tenders on the bikes. It's a little ridiculous. Toby wants to know who currently has the Stanley Cup. That would have been the winners from last year. I don't know who won last year. I mean, if the Pittsburgh Penguins don't win everything, then I don't have a clue because I don't follow hockey. I do love football, though. You guys know that. I'm a football fanatic. A little bit in passing, but nothing special. So, HDR, this is Scarlett. That is Scarlett. I don't know what that is. Anyway. But thanks for everybody joining me here this morning once again with Coffee with HDR. I'm going to have to cut more firewood, stay warm this week. You're right, Road Glide Andy, because it's just been cold, man. We can't turn our furnace off. We can't switch over to the, to the air conditioning in the house. This has been too cold, Even the cat's been keeping it covered up. So it's cold when your cat's covered up under a blanket. But let's see. Hockey is America's sport. No, baseball is America's sport. Didn't you ever hear that? Baseball, apple pie, and Chevrolet. Yep, baseball, apple pie. That's American. Thanks, Touring Midwest. I appreciate you coming today. Paul, thanks. Coffee is perking up there now, and we're coming to the end of our hour of power here with Coffee with HDR. So I do appreciate everybody. Gonna have to borrow your heated gear so I can ride. Yeah, real glad, Andy. I was thinking getting out today actually and going for a ride just to prove that it works. And go out there. It's like 35 degrees, so it'd be really a nice morning to ride. Yeah, golf is America's sport, right? Torimer was. I like golf. I do like to watch a good golf match. I haven't golfed for 3 years, but it's been a hoot. Got a scoot. We'll see you, Judy. Have a nice day. Harley 103. Thank you for tuning in. Again, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this evening on my channel, the Fireside Chat with the boys with Switching Gears Garage. If you want to know anything about fixing your bike, repairing it, this guy builds motorcycles from the frame up. Totally amazing guy. So I think you'll really, really like him and enjoy the show. So take care, and I will talk to you next time. Remember, again, ride your own ride. Be safe out there. Harley Day Rider will be down and out from the beautiful HDR studios here in southwestern Pennsylvania. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you at 7. Bye for now.